It seems just like a few months ago that people were questioning, was Stadia fully in this thing competitively when it came to saturation in the gaming market? Well, over the past few weeks, I think that question has been answered, as Stadia looks to be in this thing for the long run, and some of its competition, maybe not so much. Take a look and watch as Stadia keeps on giving while Amazon Luna keeps too many waiting. Let's get into it.
Stay sick cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. I'ma push me a man all black. I'm not sorry.
What is up, people? What is up, people? What is up, people? It is your boy MM2K back again with another episode of the Stadia Dosage. Do me a huge favor, y'all, before we get into this one, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when we dropping these doses. I appreciate all of y'all straight up in the door. Y'all know the reason, and y'all know the slogan. I am not too proud to ask. Let's get into it. Okay, so we know we're approaching a year of Stadia, right? And in that, in us approaching that year, you've heard some grumblings from some that say, hey, look, it's almost a year now. There's no excuse for this and there's no excuse for that. And Stadia needs to do this and Stadia needs to do that, right? And then we've also seen Amazon Luna hit the scene with a lot of promises. You know what I'm saying? As well. But they slapped the moniker early access on there with the expectation that they're going to be given a pass. And some, even within the Stadia community, follow that moniker. But the rest of the gaming community, especially cloud enthusiasts, aren't buying it, as evident is in some of the stuff that I'm about to show you. Now, as far as Google Stadia is concerned, over the last few weeks, they have made some big inroads in trying to get more mindshare, more saturation out there. They had the Good Stuff campaign, which looked to do a lot as far as mindshare was concerned and saturation. And then they're doing some other things as well since then. But the biggest thing as of yet, well, one of the biggest things, because I can't take away family share. Family share is huge. Family share allowed people to create a family of 5 participants, and those participants can one at a time try out your whole Stadia library. So if you're someone like myself that was with Stadia since the beginning, you have over 50 plus pro games that you never had to buy that came with the, with Stadia Pro subscription. And you can just let your friends play. And ever since that has happened, my friends list has been bumping consistently. I've never seen it this bumping before. I mean, there's a lot of people, it seems like, that's on the platform continuously. Now you take into consideration that, okay, you let people try Stadia, but it's limited because they're trying it on their phone, they're trying it on their tablet, and their laptop or their desktop, but they can't try it on their TV. So now you throw in the third rail, the shock 'em all. Now Stadia is doing something big where, check this out. Let me show you something. They are now giving YouTube Premium subscribers in US and UK free Stadia Premier Edition bundles. If you don't know what that is, that's access to Stadia Pro, free for 3 months. Then you get a Chromecast Ultra and a Stadia controller. You get that all in a bundle, and people that have been YouTube Premium subscribers, now here's the kicker, you had to be a subscriber in the US or in the UK prior or as of November 6th. As long as you were, as of November 6th, a YouTube Premium subscriber, you are able, and you're in the US and the UK, you are able to claim this bundle. And people are claiming this bundle left and right. Again, just when we thought that, family share was the kit and caboodle as far as spreading access before the end of the year, then they're doing this. I don't know what's next. And just to give you a little tasty tidbit of how excited people are, let me start here. This is the homie PMS Jordan on Twitter, a big time PC enthusiast, right? We go back and forth, jokingly and sparingly. about Google Stadia, and she says, I ain't never getting on Stadia, whatever. But she wouldn't claim this. She said, I couldn't say no to all the freebies. Google is offering me a free Chromecast Ultra, Stadia control, and free games. Google's literally just giving away a bunch of hardware and software. And if you go through this entire thread, everybody's like, oh yeah, let me get on that. And somebody even said, hey, you know what? Cool, thanks. I got mine. I might even use it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's gracious about it. The big homie, Ray Sherrod, he says, yes. Longtime friend of mine who hates Stadia finally ordered a Premier Edition. I told him before 2021 he'd be jumping on Stadia and laugh. LMAO, this is a family-friendly show. Welcome to Stadia, my friend. And man, this is just crazy. Like, everybody's like jumping on the hype train. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. In contrast to that, you have a major competitor to Stadia, which is Amazon Luna. Now, we haven't heard a lot of solid stuff as far as we're concerned in the whole cloud spectrum from Amazon Luna. We do know that it's available on Fire TV, on the whole family of Fire devices. It's available on iOS, which is cool. And it is also premiering its Ubisoft Plus channel today, which is pretty much Ubisoft Plus, and you get a variety of games and so forth and so forth. Now, I don't know because I don't have access to this, and I didn't ask. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it rolled out early in all 50 games that were said to be available, I think day one. I don't believe that they're there. I could be wrong, but if they aren't there, that's another faux pas for them. And then they said, hey, look, don't worry, guys, because this is a very limited access. They've only given it to an X amount of people, and it's very limited. So people have tried it. People have tried to sign up for it. Nobody's hearing anything, including myself. The vast majority of people that I know that have tried it, that have tried to get access, were not successful. For the majority of people that I do know that have it, my good friend Plorosi is one of them. I hope he doesn't mind. He's tried it. He's like, look, man, it needs time to bake in the oven. Like when Stadia came out, early, Project Stream, was better than this, and that's him. Other people, like the homie Ashes to Ashes, he's had good experience. But from all in all, from all accounts that we have, there isn't consistency there. But that's okay, because again, we know it's quote unquote early access. We understand in the cloud gaming community that sometimes you got to work out the kinks. It's not a big deal. At least put it in our hands. Let us try this thing. And then on the heels of the Ubisoft Plus channel dropping, you got all this advertisement. Let me show you something. You got all this advertisement and nothing in the hands and more people. The Ubisoft Plus channel beta has finally landed on Amazon Luna, ready to get into the fun. Learn and link your account now. They make it seem like it's so easy to do so. And you can. The vast majority of people don't have access, that want to have access to this thing, don't have access. It's bad enough it's only limited to the US. And people were griping and stomping all over Stadia because they were only limited to 14 countries. I think they started off with 9 or something like that. This is only limited to the United States, and it's so hard to get in this thing. I bet you people would be willing to drop $100 to get access to this thing, and you can't even do that. It's a lot more restrictive. It seems a lot more elitist in a lot of ways because of that restriction than Stadia ever was. Beta or not. This is Amazon. And people are not happy. If you go through this thread, people are upset. What about Watch Dogs Legion that thought it was coming on release day? And I hope to get an invite. We're all let down. Any update on invites? I don't understand the marketing on this. Like, barely any invites seem to be out. But let's keep marketing all these amazing things to people with no access. I don't get it. Now, I get where there's maybe the knee-jerk reaction from some to say, oh, look, it seems like that the only problem is that people want to try this thing. So that's not really a big problem. No. You have one chance to make a first impression. And again, if you're doing all this broad mass marketing and you're saying, oh, we got all this cool stuff, but you're hardly letting anybody try it, then that raises people's suspicion levels. And again, if what I'm hearing from my people are true, that this thing is inconsistent, some people are having a great experience, some, you know what I mean, way more inconsistent than what Stadia was at launch, and one of these people finally do get access, and they run into those inconsistencies, it's gonna be a problem for Amazon because they're already finally I got it. Okay, well this thing better be, they're gonna raise the expectation bars on this thing. This thing better be fantastic. And it's not, and it's not, that's not a good thing to have. That's not a good thing to have happen in spite of all this. Okay. So again, we're going into the holiday season. We know cloud gaming cannot buck 1v1 versus PlayStation and Xbox. This is PlayStation and Xbox time this time. But it's all about how you're trying to battle for mind share, how you're trying to reach out to the people. And we get it, Google was out here first, but Amazon had the luxury to sit back and watch and see what was going on. And Google looks to be more, appealing, more offering, less stingy, and Amazon just got this elitist, we're gonna braggadocious, be braggadocious in our elitist clubhouse about what we got, but you can't touch it. You can't touch it. We'll select who, and we'll let you know when we feel like it. And that's just not a good feeling to gamers. It doesn't do bode well for mindshare. So again, Ubisoft got the Ubisoft Plus channel on Amazon Luna. For all intents and purposes, thing is restricted to the US, maybe likely because that's how Luna wanted it and they put the chips on the table. But if you got all this advertisement and possibly all these restrictions, you better come through for the people. So Amazon, the people are asking you, please extend more invitations and do it more rapidly. You're coming into the holiday season where gaming fever or fervor is at its peak. You can't have Google giving out Chromecast and joysticks while you're sitting there giving access to 3 people a day. Come on now, open up the floodgates a little bit more. Ubisoft Plus, people want to experience it. Cloud gamers are anxious to get into this. You got to do better, period. Just like people said, Stadia had to do better, and that was true. We cannot let 2 words early access give somebody an indefinite shield from doing what they're supposed to do, especially matching their advertising, period. And that's it from your boy, MM2K. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below, because like I always say, we're curious what I think. But if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and yes, the Stadia Dosage. And with all that said, great time to be gaming. Hey, go get your Premiere editions right now. If you're a Stadia, if you're a YouTube Premium person, and hopefully Amazon, if you're listening, come on, open it up. Open it up. You got to do a little bit more faster. And with that said, you all have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day. Peace.